Going out into the ocean can bring you face to face with the dangers lurking below.
Yeah, pull it. Oh.
From terrifying close encounters to jaw-dropping scenes of hidden creatures. Here are the most unforgettable moments caught in the ocean that had the whole world talking. This is why you shouldn't mess with any living creature. Although you wouldn't expect a grouper to react the way it's about to. Watch what happens when one guy pulls a move without getting consent. Oof! Missed his head by a centimeter. Every marine lover wants to run into a whale while they're exploring the open sea, but not like this. It's a good thing his wing foil caught the brunt of it. If the whale had been even 1 centimeter to the right, it would have practically body slammed the surfer. Of course, this happened in Australia, even though there are a couple of seconds of sheer panic. It doesn't take the brave Aussie more than that to fend off a great white. Well, at least he was smart enough to retreat before it returned. Nobody likes an intruder, even if it's a camera being hauled by a diver. It's a good thing the diver made it aboard the boat moments before this sailfish appeared, because you can tell right away this sea creature did not have good intentions. What is it about humans and willingly throwing them into the pit of doom? The cage doesn't make it any better. In fact, it probably looks like a vending machine to sharks. And here's one that's... whoa! And that's why you stay on the shore, away from all this madness.
Get that!
Getting to see a mako in full action is probably every sea lover's dream, but you better be careful what you ask for. Now, I bet the fishermen weren't expecting this.
Get that!
If they'd stayed there any longer, the mako would have taken a chunk out of every one of them.
Yeah, pull it.
If you ever see one of the world's most ruthless predators swimming towards you, you'd better bolt into the opposite direction.
Yeah, pull it.
Because if the croc ever catches up to you, you'd be more toasted than a s'more on a cool summer night. This guy's lucky the croc was probably fooling around.
Oh my god! What's your back?
These tourists asked to see a whale breach. Little did they know it'd punt them like a juggler tossing a ball. But hey, at least we're not dumb enough to dip near whale territory.
Oh my god! What's your back? Oh my god! Holy back in the boat!
Nothing to see here, just a peaceful raft bobbing on the White Nile River in Uganda. But of course, someone has different plans. It's clear the croc decided to charge solely because it wanted a good meal, but thankfully, the rafters gave it a couple of thuds. But boy, are they stupid for even canoeing over croc territory.
Oh! Tiger shark!
This guy needs a bigger boat and probably a new pair of Speedos. Just watch closely. The shark not only comes out of nowhere, but misses the man's foot by a few seconds. And you know what they say about sharks. One chomp and you're down.
Oh! Tiger shark!
When you're riding gator-infested waters in a ridiculously tiny boat, you might as well just write alligator food on your forehead and call it a day. Don't worry, the man survived, but probably only because the gator was full. Or else this would have turned into a seafood buffet real quick. And this, folks, is exactly why thalassophobia is a thing. It's almost like the shark materialized out of nowhere. Now imagine the diver's fate if the shark wasn't full. Just there 1 second, gone the next. You know what's really bad luck? To encounter an orca, a sea creature that almost never targets humans, only for this one to actively seek out your paddleboard. It happens for a split second, but it's enough to tell us why they're kings of the sea.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
This cliff diver got a little close to a napping sea lion, not realizing his mistake. Well, that's as big of a close call as it gets. But who'd blame the sea lion? I'd react the same way if someone woke me up.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't go near us. You don't.
Well, I have officially.
Sometimes, I don't know if an Aussie is brave or really just pushing his luck, but touching a leopard seal like that, I'd be surprised if the seal didn't react like that. It's just plain common sense.
Oh, my God! Holy
This might just be one of the craziest close calls you'll ever see. It's like the marlin wanted to take someone out, but it's a good thing its plan didn't pan out. But the guys will probably laugh about this in a couple of years. This fisherman's day went from the best to the worst in a couple of seconds. And it's all because of the marlin. A second too late, and the marlin would have taken more than just the fisherman's rod and pried with it. Dolphins aren't the sweet stuff we think they are. This one might have missed its target, but one day, we're definitely going to see dolphins tackle humans out of pure fun. This is the ocean equivalent of riding a scooter into lion's territory. It's a great thing the great white got to his kayak first, because if it got even a whiff of a human, this man wouldn't have survived to tell the tale. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. This is what you get for willingly getting all up in a sea lion's face. Call me crazy, but this could have easily got her jailed. Not everyone can say they've fought off a shark and lived to tell the tale, except for this surfer here. Just as he dove in, a shark struck his board and knocked him right off. It was a battle that could have gone any other direction if it weren't for his quick reflexes and brute strength. And right off the bat, we've got one diver who's lucky to be alive. And it's all thanks to his diving equipment. Bet the swordfish didn't see that one coming. This kite surfer thought he'd make a pretty good landing, only to end up bonking a whale coming up for a breath of air. Well, considering what we know about whales, it's a lucky thing that this whale didn't give a gymnastics demo. Stupid is as stupid does. And messing with a shark by baiting it with seafood and removing it at the last second. The cameraman's stupidity might as well have landed him a meeting with the Grim Reaper. It looks like this guy really pissed off Mother Nature, because the swordfish seemed pretty, determined to get a successful knockout. If it weren't for the wind, it might have even succeeded.
Oh my god, oh my god.
It's official. People are so dumb. It's one thing to try to feed a vicious reptile with your bare hands, but to be dumb enough to do it from this distance? That's a recipe for disaster. And it's all this guy's fault. Who knows how this would have turned out if the gator trainer wasn't there?
I smell it.
Right underneath him.
Go, what is it? Come on.
If a manatee decides to topple your paddleboard, maybe you deserve it, because these gentle giants never mess with anyone. Talk about being unwanted. This is how you turn things from a 0 to 100 real quick. It looks like this marlin decided seafood wasn't going to cut it, so it found a people-based menu more exciting.
A newlywed has a shocking brush with danger when a great white goes after him.
Maybe I'm inexperienced, but my idea of a honeymoon involves romantic walks and candlelit dinner. Not, locking yourself in a cage and launching it into shark territory.
Whoa! Holy
I guess these honeymooners needed that extra adrenaline to keep the spark alive.
Oh my god! Right there, wow. Holy crap.
This shark must have been like, hey, my Uber Eats is here. As for the diver, she's lucky she spotted the hungry predator before she became lunch.
Right there, wow. Holy crap.
Don't touch it, GB. No, look here. Big one in front.
When a crocodile disappears and the only thing you know is a mini tsunami, chances are you're about to become a target of its hunger.
It's coming around.
Well, I guess the crocodile was the one who uploaded this.
Okay. Just get the pedal.
A massive whale that's coming up to feed versus a tiny boat. It doesn't take a genius to realize the whale would have done much worse if it was off just by a couple of degrees. As for the boat owners, they're gonna need a much bigger boat. If you've got keen eyes, you already know where this is heading. But that minute stare down seconds before this. Don't worry, nothing happened, just a scare. But yep, this is why I don't mess with the ocean.
Jesus.
Jeez, I don't believe.
What do you get when a really desperate seal meets an equally desperate family? Pure chaos. The poor seal was simply trying to make a quick getaway from the dozen orcas that were hunting it down. But the man aboard knew letting the blubber up would lead to trouble.
Oh, this is intense. They're underneath me. Look, the tiger's got the turtle underneath me.
Sharks bite to check if whatever they meet is edible, which is exactly why this paddleboarder is lucky the huge shark got a taste of his board instead.
Uh-oh. Oh, what?
Although, I'm not too concerned. He is an Australian after all.
Uh-oh. Oh, what?
You can say you've spotted a seal. You can also say you've eaten octopus. But can you say a seal fed you an octopus? Definitely not. And for sure, this guy didn't have his day planned out like that. Well, who could blame the seal? Some people really need to be, you know.
Whoa, oh my God, you okay? Yeah. Oh.
I'm no fishing expert, but I believe when you're close to reeling in a giant fish, maybe you shouldn't be kneeling down like that. What an insane close call. And as crazy as it is, the guy deserves it.
Whoa, oh my God, you okay? Yeah. Oh.
This is why I don't like swimming. You're enjoying the waves 1 second and gone the next. And to think this swimmer wouldn't have even known the hammerhead almost took them out is a thought that's going to keep me up for many, many nights. If he hadn't thrown the cage, that tiger shark would have gone straight for him. The splash distracted it, and the tiger shark went for the cage instead of him. And these are professional divers. If it were me, I'd be running on the water to escape. If you're getting tackled by a dolphin, you're either very, very unlucky, or just discovered how rude dolphins can be. Well, at least the guy's safe, although probably sorry too. I guess the Grim Reaper wanted to give them a small warning, or maybe the whale was just messing with them for fun. But these are probably the top terrifying 10 seconds the boaters must have experienced in their lifetime. I don't know who's in worse shape, the woman who got knocked down by a shark, or the shark that had a human land on top of it. Besides, this looks like a really great budget remake of Jaws. Nope, the waves aren't pulling the guy like this. It's something else, something far, far bigger. And right away, let me just say, your life is not worth the fishing rod you're holding on to. I guess this guy really pissed off the whale shark and learnt how precious life really is.
Bull sharkade.
Why anyone would kayak in the ocean is beyond me. Man, that's terrifying, even if it happened for just a split second. Hopefully, the shark can recover after its close encounter with an unpredictable Australian.
I'm going to the box.
When you go looking for trouble, don't be surprised when trouble finds you. You can tell the shark's even trying to comprehend what's going on, but the diver must have been scared stiff. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Thanks to the massive school of fish, the tiger shark went almost unnoticed. But it's a great thing the friend was there to step in. But here's a lesson. The next time you see a school, maybe skip the area because it's bound to attract predators. If I see something like this, I'm not sure I'd be brave enough to stay alive. I'd pass out just from the sheer fear. Which is why I'll never understand why people embrace the ruthlessness of the ocean like this. This octopus is probably here to take revenge for its fallen brethren. Although its movements seem pretty calm, an octopus's suckers latch on hard, and getting rid of them is like trying to remove a sticker. Plus, we haven't even talked about the risk of getting inked yet. It's a bad, bad situation. This is the side of animals that nature documentaries don't show us. Yep, walruses don't usually mess with humans. Or maybe they do. But one thing's for certain. Seeing what they can do to skiff is enough to tell us to stay miles away from them. Cowabunga, or whatever's the equivalent for a whale. I get that being in the splash zone must not have been fun for them, but hey, these whale watchers got their money's worth, didn't they? This is the terrifying moment a great white shark decided the boaters that were passing by are definitely worth the pursuit. If these people are any smarter, they'd list off the boat for sale and spend the rest of their lives in the concrete jungle. To see something like this come at you, let's just say the orca's got some sick sense of humor. This is the exhilarating moment when one hammerhead shark locked its eyes on a lone kayaker. Even after multiple thuds and slams, the hammerhead persists. But eventually lets go. Or else, we'd be mourning this very person. Most sea snakes are venomous, so if they land even one fang, you're toast. The splashing probably didn't help the swimmer. But there's one thing for sure. He's got the spirit of a Floridian and an Australian combined. On the front porch, got a boat. I don't know what this giant squid was planning, but seeing how they're basically real-life Cthulhu, it's an answer I'm not sure I want. This goes on for a while, during which the poor surfboarder almost gives up. But thankfully, he picks up the pace and makes it out.
Whoa! Say stay!
Well, it's official. Australians are an entirely different breed of humans. I mean, seriously, I don't know who's in more trouble. A man encountering a sea snake, or a snake encountering an Australian.
Whoa! Say snake! Hello, buddy! Holy shit!
Snakes on land, terrifying enough, but snakes in the ocean? That's a nightmare nobody wants unlocked. And yet, that's exactly what happened to one diver. And to make matters worse, it was following him. Boy, was that a close one. Too close, too late. These snorkelers probably got the view of their lifetime with that whale breach. But I bet it must not have been a great experience to see their lives flash before their eyes. The only reason this guy survived is because the seal simply wanted his fish. But if he decided to go for the man, boy oh boy, this would be a whole different video. You got to hand it to the sea divers and marine researchers. They see the Grim Reaper up close and come out barely alive. And to think they battle sharks like this, redirecting their predatory stealth with a bare scratch. That's how you know man is the ultimate predator. The great thing about swimming in clear waters is you'll see a threat approaching. The bad thing is that you won't have enough time to get away. This woman's close call is a lesson. Pay attention to your surroundings. Being almost tumulting in the ocean because you're right on top of the feeding ground for a whale has to be up there with one of the most exciting moments. But I don't recommend it. You could become whale lunch. If this is how sharks treat everything, bite first, react later. Let's just say it's a great thing that someone invented the boat. But here's an unpopular opinion. If you're out in the open sea, on an inflatable, you deserve everything that's coming at you.
Molina, come to this side. You're doing good.
That spiked fin is never a good look, especially if it's stalking you. Now this is one of the few moments where humans actually put their IQ first, and their urges next. The slightest bit of panic, and the woman wouldn't be alive.
Hard to tell. Keep coming. Keep coming.
This is exactly why I hate the ocean. To think a giant like this could be lurking right under your nose. But you'd never know because the fricking ocean is too darn dark. Besides, something about an animal being that massive and still being able to torpedo jump itself out of the water doesn't sit well with me. Don't focus on what's in front of you. Take a look at the bottom right corner. Yep. I bet the two crocs planned this. For one to distract them and the other to make a move. That metal fence probably didn't feel that safe to the tourists after this.
Wow.
The human mind's ability to see something remotely dangerous and to head toward it instead of backing away is always going to surprise me. I mean, who sees a croc and thinks, hey, I'll drive closely. A bunch of buffoons. All of them. And this is one moment where you don't know how to react. I don't know what's impressive. The hunky man deciding to help the shark, or the shark easily taking up on the muscular man's offer. But this is something you'll probably never get to see again. This is my nightmare come to life. To think the shark wouldn't have let go if it weren't for pure luck. As for these swimmers, they might have survived this, but they'll have recurring nightmares for weeks. This is what happens when you decide to sunbathe at a beach known for sea lions. Out of nowhere, they emerged, causing quite the stir. Luckily, people reacted quickly and got the kids out of the water just in time. It turns out, the beachgoers just happened to be in the middle of what was likely a sea lion showdown, probably fighting over some fish. Maybe it's just me, but the thought of sailing across the vast ocean in a tiny dinghy is terrifying, and this kayaker's experience proves I'm not wrong. Now, I'm no marine expert, but I'm pretty sure the shark was drawn to him because he was fishing.
Whoa!
Forget Jaws. This is like a real-life horror movie. Staying calm while your boat is surrounded by hundreds of hungry sharks would make anyone nervous, but somehow this fisherman manages to stay cool through it all. An elephant seal, one of the most unpredictable animals, and a diver who's backed up into a corner. Things were bound to get messy for a while. It takes a few seconds, but the muscle versus spandex battle quickly ends in an anticlimactic twist. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.